Hey, this is Brendan with userlytics. Thanks for tuning in to this quick demo of our platform. What I'll do is just quickly walk you through. So what you're seeing here is the dashboard overview section. So once you log in with either a do-it-yourself account or one of our enterprise packages, this will be the first screen that you see. On the screen, once you launch a test or start a test, you will see the instances appear here. You'll be able to see the test name, total time spent on the test, the number of participants that have completed the test, as well as the number of tasks. You can expand any of these and see some more information about the test, including the respondent name, the respondent's total time spent on the test, as well as how much time they spent on each task. All of these are time-stamped. A great tool here is that you can actually, from a very high level, identify any potential issues by seeing that each participant, each task that they take, the time spent on it. So here, Jessica spent far more time on task 10 than her counterparts. So you can click any of these time-stamped marks and go right to that participant session, right where that task begins.
Next. Task 2. You are a small business owner in Connecticut and you're considering switching to Aetna for your...
So as you can see, it brought me right to Jessica's participant session and began partway through the video where that task actually began. All of these videos, or all of these participant sessions, excuse me, do have some very cool features that allow you to review the video and analyze in a very quick manner, including resizing the video, either enlarging it that way or going to a full screen size. You also can download this entire video to your device and share in a presentation if you'd like. You can jump in between participants. You're even able to rate the quality of the participant video, letting us know as well as the participant know how you rated them. But really, one of the coolest parts that I like about this is the ability to create annotations. So I'm going to turn this down so I'm not talking over the participant. But as this video is playing and you're reviewing it for any potential issues, you can create an annotation and you'll see that the start time and end time continue to move. The start time will automatically set once you type an issue. You can see it's set at 9 minutes and 48 seconds, and the end time continues to go. As you add issue details, the end time still begins to move forward, but once you hit save, it will automatically set for you. Your annotations will be saved at the bottom of each video. Here you can expand this list to see the title and actual notes. You can click to edit, change the time, add more details. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. But what we also offer for you is the ability to download individual clips of the annotations. So for here, from the 9:57 to 10:35, you can download just that individual clip. You can request that the title is added as a subtitle in the video. Hit request. Or you can download a highlight reel by clicking here. The highlight reel will download all of the annotations for that specific participant session. Last but not least, on the tasks, you're also able to expand this pane here and be able to review each task from the test script. This allows you to quickly find those specific tasks and go right to that key moment. And we just jump there here.
Switching to Aetna for your company's health insurance provider. Using this site, please determine how many plans Aetna offers.
Aside from that, we also provide you another way to review and analyze these sessions in a very quick manner, and it is our session transcription. When you click on the session transcription, we'll list out all of your participant sessions here, and you can click any of the check boxes and transcribe the selected. It will take about 5 to 10 minutes for the video to process. Once it's complete, we will notify you, and you can always access a transcription back on the same page. You'll see that the checkbox changes to a link. As you select the link, you'll come to that individual participant session. Here you'll see the video on the left and the transcription broken down by each task on the right. So again, you can jump around to each task, or what you'll see is the blue text, which is actually time-stamped. So you can click anywhere here and the video will begin right at that moment.
15 minutes to complete. As you perform the task, please speak out loud and explain what you're doing. If you feel...
As you can see, the text does change from the blue to black, giving you that visual indicator of where you're at. So one way you can use this is just quickly read through and identify any issues, clicking on any word that you would like, and begin to watch the video.
Health insurance plan would be under my new job. So that's.
Or you can use the search tool here and search for specific keywords. So as I hit enter, I'll continue to hit enter, and it will bring me to the next instance of that specific keyword. So as I'm going through the video, I can click anywhere, and once again, the video will start there.
Healthcare and Medicare plans.
Kind of moving over to the quantitative side of what we offer you, we do provide metrics and annotations. So under the metrics, more of the quantitative data, as you select the metrics link, it's going to bring you to the analytics page here. It does default to all participants. You are able to actually go down to each individual participant if you would like to see those results. Or you can also download the Excel file directly to your device to compare side by side. But what we capture is everything from the single choice questions that you ask, as you can see here, multiple choice. We also do rating questions. And then for the tasks, we'll capture the average success failure ratio, and we'll actually break down the name of each participant, whether they were successful or they failed, as well as the average time on task. So the minimum, average, and maximum. As well as we'll provide you the NPS score and the system usability scale response here, again with the minimum, average, and maximum. Beneath the metrics, you'll also see that there are the annotations of all participants. So we aggregate all of the annotations here. So again, you can read through this and identify any repetitive issues potentially. And then once again, what you'll notice is that these are all timestamps. So you can click any of these and go right to that participant session, right where that key moment begins. So here as I click that, you'll see we're going right into Greg's session, and the video will load.
Scale of 1 to 5.
There we go.
1 being very easy.
Aside from that, once you have your results, you might want to actually be able to share them. So there's a couple things that we offer for you. We have the Share Results tab here. Here you're able to private label the results that you can share, the link, so that it's your logo and your color scheme. You can always restore this back to the information that you see here. But to share the results, it's as easy as just clicking this button to copy the link. Now we do provide you a couple security options here where you can password enable this or prevent the end user from being able to download the link, or download the videos, excuse me. So as you share these results, this is going to, as I open up a new window, I'm sharing this link. This is going to be what the participant sees. So they'll have access to the sessions, metrics, and annotations as well. So they can go into any of the sessions and view the video and see what notes you made on each with the annotations. The other way that you can share results is through our user admin panel. Now, the user admin panel is an enterprise feature that allows the super admin to be able to create additional users. So the super admin will have this view here where they can create and add either their colleagues with their name, first, last name, email, and assign them a role. Or a super admin can create accounts, assign credits, and access accounts. Now, an admin does have access to all of the other accounts, whereas a user can only log into their own account. So what I mean by that is, if we create an account and we want one of our colleagues to launch a test, we'll assign them some credits. So here I'll go from 15 to 20. And then Alex here will be able to have his own credentials that he can log in with. However, an admin or super admin will also be able to log in through the user admin link here by logging in here. Then what they can do is actually see all the results as they come in, as well as the metrics, annotations, and have full access to their entire dashboard. Last but not least, I'll show you real quickly how to create a test. So under the New Test tab, we do have a really neat feature here that's our cloning feature. So you can always drop down here, and I pick the previous test that you've created, and it's going to pull in all of those parameters so that you don't have to recreate the entire test. Now, an example of this would be if you're launching a test, you've built it all out for a desktop, and you want to run a similar test but with a smartphone audience. You can clone it and then change just one asset from the test asset desktop to the test asset smartphone. Otherwise, you can go ahead and create it from scratch. So one thing to call out here is, as you'll see, we do have a tips section here. So as you move your cursor around the page, it does change, giving you tips around what the information means. But essentially, as you type in the name of the test, you can then pick your methodology. So here, we provide you the full qual, where we capture the webcam view, the screen, whether it's mobile or desktop, the audio, and the metrics. Now, you can also opt to not do the webcam view, where we're just capturing the screen, audio, and metrics. Or you can opt to just hear the participant talking out loud as they're interacting with your asset. Now, you set your max session time. So we always recommend 20 minutes is a great amount of time for you to build your test around to be complete on average, so that any outliers are able to finish it within 30 minutes. Now, our pricing and packages typically break down to 30-minute participant sessions. So if you were to go over a 30-minute session, rather than it being 1 credit for one 30-minute participant session, you would be charged 2, even if it were, say, 40 minutes or 45 minutes. And again, if it's 60 minutes, again, of course, it's 2 credits as well, and so on. You can also let the testers view the timer so they know how much time they have left. And then we do have a security function here to protect the tester's personal information. So if you have a product that's testing something like a shopping cart or asking for personal information, you can actually allow the tester to pause the screen from recording so that their information isn't being captured, but they are still prompted to talk out loud through that process, so you can hear how they're interacting with the device. Next, you identify what type of test asset you want to test. Now, we're able to do anything on a desktop, smartphone, or tablet at any stage of the development lifecycle. So whether it's a low-fidelity wireframe, a high-fidelity mock-up. For smartphones, we're also able to even work with Google or TestFlight or the Google Play equivalent. Other programs like Proto.io, Envision, Azure, and more. But essentially, we just need to be able to have a starting point URL for the tester to access. Next, you identify what type of participants you're looking for. Now, we do have participants with our global panel of about 200,000 across the entire world, or you can provide your own participants. When selecting the global panel, you'll select your number of participants that you're wanting us to recruit for you. You can add screener questions if you'd like. You can either type them in here and let us know what answers will disqualify the tester, or you can upload a document by clicking the button here. Aside from the behavioral screener questions, we can also go into the demographic filters here. So everything from your country, selecting even down to the state, selecting gender, age range, education level, employment, income range, social networking accounts that they frequent, their family status, technology profile, and even down to the browser that they're using. Last but not least, you'll develop your test script. Now, the first question is always going to be the scenario. The next question is going to be, typically it's a task. Now, one thing to note is when you do have a smartphone test, you want to make sure that the verbiage that you're using is something along these lines of on your device or on your iPhone or on your Android device, go to this link. When you have a link, we always recommend using like a bit.ly or a link shortener so that it's a little bit easier as the end tester is testing it on their native device and projecting their native device onto their desktop. So you want to make sure that the verbiage here is straightforward so they know how to access the test. Next, you can add anything from tasks to single choice, multiple choice and rating questions. Now, once you drag and drop these over, you can expand any of these to add more details. So here you can ask your question, add the options, randomize the options, add more, delete. One really neat thing that I do like to mention always is we do have the option for when you have a task to provide branching logic. So depending on if the tester was successful or not, you can change the journey, make it more customized for them. So if they were successful, they may go to question number 3. If they failed, they may go to an open-ended question where you can ask them more open-ended questions to provide more details about what they saw, what they didn't see, what expectations that they had, and so on. Now we do also have simple single ease questions you can simply toggle on and off. We'll capture these results for you, as well as the NPS that you can drag and drop, and the system usability scale. Now on the system usability scale, these are pre-formatted, so you want to make sure that you change out these hyphens for your product name. But once you do so, we'll go ahead and capture these results for your for every tester of yours. Once you think you're ready, you can always preview your tests. And once you're done previewing it, you can go ahead and launch it. And that will cue your account manager to begin recruiting for broad-based demographics. We're usually getting results for all testers within 24 hours. But other than that, again, my name is Brendan. Feel free to reach out to myself from the email that I sent you. Or you can always reach out to operations at userlytics.com, and that way myself or any one of our colleagues will get to you as quickly as possible. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to this Userlytics demo, and we look forward to talking to you. Thanks.